Hey guys, Charlie here. Happy 2018. Y'all, I'm super excited. This is my first video of the year. Now I know what you're thinking. What is she wearing? Is that a onesie? Does it have footsies? It does. But no, seriously. The reason I'm in this onesie is because I've been on an extreme Netflix binge. And I really only have one question for you. Have you watched Black Mirror? You guys, if you are not watching Black Mirror, you need to add this to your list of things to watch on Netflix. Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror shines a light on this modern, kind of futuristic society where technology pretty much shapes and forms all human interaction. Wait, that sounds a lot like what is already going on right now. The thing about Black Mirror is it's not completely sci-fi, right? Because I don't even really like that genre too much. It's not exactly sci-fi because a lot of the things that happen could possibly happen. I've seen all 4 seasons of Black Mirror. In fact, I knew about this 2 years ago. You guys are late, catch up, okay? But I've seen all 4 seasons and I picked up my favorites and I want to share with you my favorites and why I love them so much. From season 1, my favorite episode would have to be The Entire History of You. Imagine a world where all of your actions, all of your memories were recorded in some kind of chip, right? And so you can replay these memories like with this little controller, right? But that also means that other people can see these memories, have access to these memories. And so what that creates is kind of this world where there's no secrets. Now, thinking about like as far back as when I was a kid and I'd lie about not having homework. Your parents could just pick up your little remote and go back and see that you had homework, right? Or what about as far as like, relationships go? There's just some things that are kind of personal. I don't really want everyone to know about. I don't really want to share with everybody. And you mean to tell me that this little memory chip gives not only me the ability to relive these memories, which is awesome, I'll admit, I forget things all the time, but on the negative side of that, everyone else can see your memories too. Fast forward, and this is a spoiler alert, guys. This episode is about a guy who becomes suspicious of his wife's relationship with the guy that she used to date. He asks her, like these series of questions, and she's like telling him all this stuff. And so basically one day, he gets control of her memory chip, y'all. And he replays the previous relationship in front of both of them. It's like he invaded her personal space and he, kind of saw what happened. And y'all, the plot twist on this one is unsettling, y'all. You've got to tune in and watch. There were a lot of good ones in season 2. My favorite episode from season 2 had to be White Bear. This one really got my gears grinding. It really just kind of changed my perspective on criminality, justice, the way we punish people for crimes. So spoiler alert, here I go. This one is about this woman who wakes up and she has no idea where she is. Well, she's being hunted, right? So people are trying to get her. People are shooting at her, coming to get her, chasing her, whatever, right? And so there's a million onlookers, all the people around her, but they are being controlled by some kind of signal on their phone. And what the signal does is it kind of makes you just stare at it or you record, right, what's happening. So while she's being attacked, while she's being hunted, gunmen, people are chasing her, the onlookers, the people who could potentially help her, are just kind of standing there recording, right? So she meets these people along the way who aren't affected by this signal on the phone, like whatever. So basically something happens and like the walls kind of fall out of the scene. So apparently the entire thing was a set, right? The entire thing was all made up and the friends that she made along the way were in on it. The onlookers were all in on it. Turns out she is the criminal. She and her boyfriend kidnapped and tortured a little girl. Her punishment, her jail, was that she went to this facility, and I think it was called White Bear Park, and basically they recreate your crime and you relive it over and over and over again. So like she and her boyfriend hunted the little girl. She was being hunted. Imagine a world, guys, where you committed a crime and your punishment for that crime was literally equal to the crime you committed. So imagine that. Somebody who is a serial killer, imagine if their punishment was that they just were killed and all the horrible ways that they killed other people over and over and over again. Season 3 was my favorite. I just gotta admit, season 3 was my favorite. favorite. Nosedive was my favorite episode from this season, and I just cannot wait to tell you why. In Nosedive, we have this main character. You can tell that she's a perfectionist, right? She does everything right. She's always polite and sweet, but the reason is all of your interactions that you have with people are rated on a 5-star scale system, right? So let's say I come to you, you're my barista, I'm at Starbucks, right? I'm ordering coffee, and let's say you're kind of rude to me. I'm gonna give you a 1 star. And let's say I was rude to you, you give me a 1 star, right? So we're rating each other on this system of scale. And these ratings give you this average number, right? And so what this score does for you, it really kind of controls your socioeconomic status. So it determines where you live, where you work, the kind of person that you are, the way you look even. So someone with a 4.2 status is not going to live and work and look the same way a person who has a 3.0 status is going to live and work and look. That's just the way it is. So we meet this character who has a 4.2. She's a perfectionist, and she's really trying to get into this really nice neighborhood. But I believe the requirement is like a 4.5 or something like that. Fast forward, she agrees to do a speech at a wedding for a girl that she grew up with. Everyone at that party is a 4.0 or above. Now, there's like this quality factor that goes into it too. You don't want to be rated by only 2s, right? You want to be rated a 4 by someone who's also a 4. So that's kind of how it works. So with a good rating from them, she'd be bumped up like a 4.5. She'd get to move into the neighborhood that she wants to move into. Her whole class of friends is going to change, all that, etc., right? In the process of actually getting to the wedding to be able to make the speech, disaster hits. Just things that completely were out of her control, completely unexpected. But as a result, her score goes down. And her score goes down and down and down, so much so to the fact that she can't even do a lot of the things that she needs to do to be able to get to this wedding, to be able to save her score. So, I mean, this is crazy. I saw a lot of parallels that were drawn between, social media now and the way we view it. A lot of times we allow other people's opinion of us to really shape and form our lives, and it's just unacceptable. It's completely unacceptable, because how will you ever be happy that way? So imagine a world where your socioeconomic status was built based on your number of tweets or followers or likes or retweets or shares. Wait, that kind of is already a thing. Season 4 was everything I needed it to be and more. Season 4 had so many good episodes, y'all, that I don't even know, that it was hard for me to choose a favorite, but I did. Season 4, Hang the DJ, was my absolute favorite episode. Hang the DJ is about this, it's about this girl who, she's like dating, right? So it's like some kind of like dating program, not necessarily an app, but like a program, because it like can control what's happening or like what's going on. So basically, you sign up for this program because you want to find your true love, right? In this world, there's no time to waste. Nobody wants to go around dating to see if it's going to work out, just to find out in the end that it was a waste of time, right? You're dating to find your true love, not to meet a casual friend, not to have a casual romance, but you're dating to find the one that you're going to be with for eternity, your eternity match, your eternity partner. So we meet this girl who is a part of the program, and so the way it works is you sit down on a date with someone that they have set up for you based on like these algorithms, right? And so there's a way that you can check your expiration date with this person. So imagine, ladies, if you walk into a restaurant and you're, going on a date with this guy for the first time, and imagine if you could just shake a little magic 8-ball and you could say, yeah, this is your husband. You found the one. You're going to be with him forever. Or if it said, nah, just get up and leave right now, sis. This isn't even going to work. Just get up and leave right now. Something like that. This couple, they go on one date together, and they didn't have a long expiration period, so it was really brief, but every date they had after that, they could not help but think about each other. In fact, they ran into each other, and she was with this really super attractive guy, but still she was, intrigued by the other guy. And so I thought that said a lot about, love and the way that all works and the way that we see that, because no matter what the program said, we realize that, that human factor. You can't always listen to a computer. A computer doesn't have feelings. A computer doesn't know your heart. And so that's kind of what that was. But I think the reason that I love this episode so much was because I hate dating. Absolutely hate it. I hate getting to know someone new. I hate having to like, you know, be someone kind of that I'm not just to see like who they are. I absolutely hate everything about it. I hate it. And then you go through all of this and you get to know this person and then you become attached just to find out that, that was a complete waste of my time. And also on the other hand, imagine how scary it is when you do go on a date with someone and then it told you that they are the one you're going to be with forever. Now that is also very scary. I don't know. Do you want to know or do you not want to know? Honestly, I think that's the thing about each episode and the fact that they're all different plot, different setting, different character. Like as soon as you get really invested, as soon as you get really into the storyline and you're anxious about what's going to happen, there's this crazy plot twist and then it snatches it all away. There were so many episodes on Black Mirror that I wanted to talk about, but I had to pick my top 4 favorites because y'all know I'm long-winded and this video was going to be forever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you had fun channeling me. I had fun channeling you. You know I've always got the scoop.